idea. So last class we have seen three modes of asexual reproduction, that is fission, fragmentation and regeneration. Okay, so next we'll see is budding and vegetative propagation, right? Okay, so budding means what? It is a type of asexual reproduction in which the daughter organism is formed from a small projection of the bud arising from the parent body. Okay, a small projection will be raised from the parent body that will grow as a new individual. Okay, once it grown enough, it will be detached from the parent plant. Okay, then grows as an individual plant. The bud develops as the bud small projection of bud, right? That what is the bud? A bud develops at an outgrowth due to the repeated cell division at one specific site, not at not at all place. Okay, at one specific site it will go for a rapid cell division. Okay, these buds develop into tiny individuals and when fully mature detach from the parent body and become new independent individual. Okay, so in that specific site, what type of cells will be there? The organism use a regenerative cells for reproduction in the process of budding. In the what is mean by regenerative cells? It produce large number of cells and it undergoes some changes and produce all types of cells, right? That is needed for the uh, a separate individual, right? So example is your hydra. So hydra, usually when you look from this microscope, it is a sea creature. It will be like this. These are tentacles. So somewhat it will be like this, hydra. Okay, so some outgrowth at a specific place, for example here. Okay, then it will grow as a okay, it will grow as a separate individual. Okay, and detach, and it looks similar to that. Once it is matured enough, it will detach and it will grow as a same genetical characteristics, same model. So I have drawn differently, but it looks similar because it is formed from the same DNA copy, right? It is from the same single parent. Okay, so it looks like the parent cell. Okay, example is a hydra. Okay, budding takes place in this hydra, budding type of reproduction. Okay, next vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation, here this is a asexual reproduction in plants. Okay, in plants, in this process the portion or fragment of the plant body function as a propagule and develops into a new individual, that is detached from the body plant body parent body and develops into a new individual. Okay, vegetative propagation means the vegetative part of the plants, which are all the vegetative part of the plants. Root, stem and leaves are the vegetative parts of the plants. Okay, these are the vegetative part of the plants. These three things can develops into a new individual. The bud will be formed at that root, stems or leaves, and it will grow as a new individual. Okay, these parts develop into a new plants under appropriate condition. Not in all condition it will grow. At a particular suitable condition, that is moisture and the temperature, it will grow into a new plant. Okay. So here we already discussed there are two types of vegetative propagation, that is natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation, right? So here we are having the natural. Now will discuss the natural vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation by roots. Ordinary roots of the plants can develop adventitious bud which grow to form a new plants. Okay, this adventitious bud means in unusual place the bud will be growing. Okay, usually the buds will grow at the tip of the shoots and tip of the roots like this, right? In the tip only the buds will grow, right? In unusual place, for example, this is a tree, a bud is formed here. A bud is unusually here, here this is soil, This will grow as a plant. Okay. So in the root a bud is formed. So it is at the unusual place, right? So this is called adventitious bud. This bud will grow into a new individual plant. Okay. So this is called vegetative propagation by roots. Okay. We can see this vegetative propagation by roots in sweet potato and dahlia. Okay. Dahlia flower. Next, vegetative propagation by stems. This is all the same thing. If you have the stem with you, if it had some nodes, right? You can see the nodes present here. This node can grow as a new as a bud, which gives rise to a new plant. Can grow like this. Okay. Okay, new plants arise from the nodes of the stem where buds are formed. Okay, in the nodes you can bud can form, that bud can grow as a new plant. Okay, you can see these type of propagation in mint and money plant. If you cut a small part of the money plant with some nodes, this can grow as a new plant. Okay. Next, vegetative propagation by leaves. Leaves of many plants develop or possess adventitious bud for vegetative propagation. Here in the leaves also you can see some adventitious bud, because in the leaves it is not the place to grow, the buds will not grow, right? But in that unusual place, if the bud is grown, means that is called adventitious bud. So you can see in the bryophyllum leaf, in the nodes, in the notches, you can see some small buds will grow. Okay, once it is matured enough, or it is not able to withstand the weight, it will fall down and fall down into the soil, and it will grow as a new plant. Okay, buds produced in the notches along the leaf margin of the bryophyllum fall on the soil and develop into a new plant. Okay, this is the example. Bryophyllum is example of vegetative propagation by leaf. Okay. Next, we move to the artificial vegetative propagation. Okay, artificial method of vegetative propagation. We'll call it as a horticulture also. Okay, horticulture or artificial method of vegetative propagation. So we are having three vegetative propagation: cutting, layering, and grafting. Cutting here, same thing, from the stem with the some nodes. Okay, a small part of the plant which is removed by making a cut, and that that part should have some bud on it is taken and buried in the moist soil, will give rise to a new plant. Okay, you can cut a small part of the plant, any part, but it should have some buds in that. Okay. If you take the part of a plant with some bud on it and buried in the soil, it will give rise to the new plant. Example: grapes, sugarcane, and banana. Okay, you can grow the sugarcane, banana, grapes by cutting method. Okay. Next, layering. You would have seen your home itself. Most of the jasmine plant is there, right? Jasmine plant, your moms used to keep buried this one of the long branch into the soil, nearby soil. Okay, that buried part of that branch will give rise to a new plant. Okay, that you are seeing in the other things, you are not seeing in your home. This layering can be seen in your home itself. Okay, a branch of plant is pulled towards the ground and a part of it is covered with moist soil. Okay, one of the branches pulled from the plant and it is buried, leaving the tip of the branch exposed above the ground. Okay, after some time, new root develops from the part of the branch buried in the soil. The branch is then cut off from the parent plant and grown separately as a new individual. So you have seen this. This is a ground. So many branches will be there for this jasmine plant. One of the branch, what will do, they will pull and they will bury it like this. Okay, this is one of the branch. Okay, this is buried under the soil. Okay, now this from this part it start growing. a new plant will start growing. Okay, you can cut this plant and it can be grown as a new plant. Okay, this is called layering. This we can see this layering in jasmine and lemon plant. Okay, next grafting. Grafting is somewhat different from that. In this process, two different stems of the plants. Okay, from two different plants, stems has been taken and it is joined in such a manner that two stems joins and grow as a single plant. Okay, one of the stem should have root and one should be without root. Okay, that means you have to take one of the stem with root. This is with root. Okay, for example, it is taken in this manner. Okay, then other plant stem should be taken like this. Okay, so that it will be fixed together in the ground. It will be fixed like this. This is root, this is first plant, and this another plant should be kept like this, and it should be joined and it will grow as a single plant. Okay, so this is called grafting. Okay, grafting. In this process, the cut stem of the two different plants are joined together in such a way that the two stems and stems joins and grow as a single plant. Okay, one with root and one another without root. Okay, example, apple, peach and pears are grown in this manner. Okay, grafting manner. Okay. Why this grafting has been used means, for example, this plant will give more fruit. Okay, and this plant will give a sweet fruit. So if you connect these, if you graft these two stems, you will get a more fruit in the plant as well as a tasty fruit in the plant. That's why grafting is used. Okay, okay. Next one. So why we have to go for this vegetative propagation? We can grow the plants by seeds, right? If the seeds are sown, the plants can grow easily. Okay, why we have to go for the vegetative propagation? That is without seed. That is reproduction without seeds. Why? What are the advantages of the vegetative propagation? Is a new plant is produced will be exactly like the parent plant. That is, these two plants are genetically similar. Okay, if the mango tree is giving a very sweet mango, means if you take the root of the or you can take the stem and you can grow it as a new plant, then it will give the same genetically similar type of mango tree with the tastiest fruit. Okay, but if you are using the seed to grow a new mango plant, then that seed is somewhat that undergo sexual reproduction, right? Not by asexual reproduction. So there may be some changes in that. Okay, so will not go by that. So the new plant produced will be exactly like parent plant. That is, the genetically similar characteristics or similar traits can be transferred from one plant to another through this vegetative propagation, because we are taking the same DNA plant. Okay, without changing anything, we are taken the same stem from the plant, or leaves from the leaf it is grown, from the root it is grown, means there will not be any change. Same DNA will be copied, right? And another advantage is these plants can bear flowers and fruits earlier than those produced from the seeds. Okay, this is one of the main advantage. If you sown a seed, it has to germinate, it has to grow like that. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, and also it needs more attention, right? But for these plants it is not required. These plants can bear fruits and flowers earlier than they produce from the seeds. Okay, next advantage is it helps in the reproduction of the plants that cannot make viable seeds. Okay, for example, take a banana. It has seeds, but it's very small, and it cannot be separated and it cannot be grown, sown like that. Okay, so in that case, vegetative propagation is the only method to reproduce the reproduction of banana plant. Okay, for example, if you take the rose plant have seeds. Rose flower, you can see the seeds in that, but it is not able to grow. Okay, it is not lost the capability to grow. That seed lost its capability to grow because it's very small and it cannot germinate. Okay, so in that case, it helps in the reproduction of these plants. Okay, these are some of the advantages of vegetative propagation. Okay, thank you.